We have Dr. Shinkafu with us, and we'll launch into that conversation. It's been a while since we had that engagement with Dr. Shinkafi, so we have him right here with us. Good morning to you, Dr. Shinkafi.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and where do we start from? Do we do insecurity? Okay, let's start with intra-party politics. Yesterday, during our interview, during our program, our guest, our analyst, the guru, Mr. Godwin Etakibwebo, made a statement saying that in the APC, there are people that are working against the president. There are people that are working against him to ensure that he does not succeed, and they are part of those that are even influencing the rising insecurity in Nigeria. Tell us from your view, within the APC, is all well within the party?
No, it is not all well because people who have labored to make sure that Mr. President won an election in 2023 have been sidelined in the sharing of the positions. If you look at how the ministerial position were shared across the 36 states, including FCT, some part of the country where Mr. President, most especially in the northern Nigeria, Mr. President got 64% of 100, and the entire total vote he got during the election from the north, and the 34% of 100 is from the northwest. But in the Zamfara State and northwest, where Mr. President won highest winning votes in Jigawa and Zamfara State, they end up having one ministers. Well, Lagos State, where Mr. President lost election, he appointed 3 ministers. In Ogun State, he appointed 3 ministers. In Kebbi State, where he has not won, he lost. He had appointed 2 ministers. Kano, 2 ministers. Sokoto, 2 ministers. Kaduna, 2 ministers. And Katsina, 2 ministers. And he have lost. The most disheartening thing and also the most worrisome things among the party members in Zamfara State, we end up having a junior minister, that is Minister of State for Defense. So, and most of the federal appointment position is lopsided. So this is some of the annoyance or the grievances the other segment of the country has against Mr. President. We are not saying that Mr. President has no right to appoint ministers based on the constitutional provision, but those who have labored, who have supported him to get a popular vote, should not be sidelined in the affairs of things in the running of the government. So these are some of the annoyance. Mr. President, after they have labored to make sure that he won election and sworn in as a president of Nigeria, and yet they have been sidelined in the affairs of things. And look at it now. Now 2 years, 3 months, Mr. President have not appointed ambassadors. So we have never seen this in the history of Nigeria. So this is some of the grievances some of the members are having against Mr. President. Not that they are not going to support him, but it is not too late if Mr. President can put this together. And also in the northern Nigeria, where Mr. President, as I have said earlier, especially in the northwest, where he has got a highest majority vote, about 2.6 million votes, have been dealing with the serious security, with serious insecurity problem, and yet this problem is yet to be addressed holistically. So there are some of these problems that have compounded since Mr. President become president. So So these are some of the challenges, and also the Northwest have been left in the infrastructure development of the present administration. Most of the feasible or physical project you can see are the project inherited by the previous from the previous administration of Muhammadu Buhari.
So now let's start from this last comment you made, talking about the issue of projects and how most of the projects that we currently see in the Northwest are inherited from the previous government. But if you look at it critically, all this while, many Nigerians have been saying that the northern part of Nigeria have been largely favored when it comes to appointments. So could it be that the president is trying to balance it out to say the north over the years has had so many developments, there isn't need for critical development in the north except from dealing with insecurity. So let's look at other areas, how we could link the southeast to the northern part of Nigeria, how we could release the southwest to the northern part of Nigeria, how we could connect the south from the west to the east, how we could connect them to Abuja. Would that be a wrong thing to do? Because the major project that is happening in the south right now is the Lagos-Calabar Highway. And we have something similar to that, which is going from Sokoto to Badagry.
Yeah, people have been saying that Sokoto to Badagry contract have been approved, but nobody have seen the seriousness on that project. And also on the issue of the project of Lagos Calabar coastal roads, if you look at the quantum of the contract, 15 trillion naira. And also, if you look at the maintenance and rehabilitation of Lagos Third Mainland Bridge, 3.6 trillion naira.
No, but would that be wrong to say that
rehabilitation
looking at the economic, no, Dr. Shikafi, looking at the economic activities that happen in Lagos and how that will be disrupted if the mainland and the island is broken and you're not able to connect seamlessly? Would that be, and shouldn't that be a focus? Because from Zamfara to Kano to Maiduguri to Borno to the southeast to the north central, everybody is doing business in Lagos.
Yeah, I practically agree with you. But when we are thinking of the issue of the sharing of the national cake, it should not be. There should not be there should all things must be equal. If you give to the right hand, you should also give it to the left hand. So this is what we are trying to say. The project should not be other segment of the country or other region of the country should not be favored in the scheme of things. This is what the argument and what is why I've seen in the APC cycle.
So as it appears now, one of the major issues you're saying the northern part of Nigeria has with the president is the fact that he does not appear to be appointing enough people from northern Nigeria. But over the last 2 years plus, we've seen appointments, and for every appointment, you see a lot more of these appointments coming from northern Nigeria. Particularly, Kano has been appointed beyond the ministerial positions. A lot of boards and agencies, you see their heads from different parts of the north. Why the fixation on ministerial positions? Because Nigeria is huge and there are many things to be administered in this country.
Yeah, you see, most of the annoyance of people like us who have served in the presidential campaign committee, the ministers he appointed from our state, from some northern states, some of the ministers doesn't want Mr. President to appoint people who are highly educated, people who are like-minded, progressive people. You understand? So, like what is happening in Zamfara State, the state coordinator of Mr. President, Senator Kabiru Garba Maraba, recently resigned from APC. You
Why is that?
understand?
Why?
Because he has not been even given even sense of belonging in the scheme of things. People like me, I am still a member of APC, but a minister in the corridor of the power in APC want to terminate my life by all means because of my critical stand on the issue of insecurity in Zamfara and in the northern Nigeria. So these are some of the challenges. So ministers who are working with Mr. President are the ones also even making him unpopular because they are not they have lost contact in their various states. They have turned to be emperors instead of people who should go and be mobilizing, recruiting membership into the party, so that Mr. President will get more support in the
So,
in
so your
in the
grounds
in
is
the
not.
2027
So
election.
your challenger is not just the fact that a lot of some of the people like you who work for him are not getting appointments. You also are concerned about the fact that the people that are working with the government, they are not carrying you along. Is that it?
Not a big issue of carrying along. Some of the people Mr. President appointed into the corridor of the power, they have some societal and questionable characters. Before they were appointed, they should go a serious security and psychological scrutiny. So this is what I'm saying. I have been a member of the presidential campaign council. I'm also the former deputy chairman of Bello Muhammad Mafitole campaign organization in 2023. You understand? But a member of the APC, who is also a minister and serving minister in the Tinubu government, want to assassinate me, want to get me out of the way. By all means, there was two
Who is
times.
this member that you're referring to?
But the matter, I have already reported the matter to the appropriate security agencies and also in the court. So
And why does this person want to terminate you?
because we have some political differences, and he is using the security attached to him to settle political scores.
But okay, so when you say
Because
you
of
have
my stand
political,
against, because of my stand against peace and reconciliation with the armed bandit kingpin Bello Truji.
okay, so let's talk about that. There have been talks that government has brought about a policy where they negotiate with bandits. But government has come out through the NSA to say they don't negotiate with bandits. So are you saying for a fact that the government is negotiating with bandits and someone like Bello Tuji, who is infamous for insecurity in your axis there, is being negotiated with?
It is very unfortunate if the Office of National Security Advisor and the Office of Senate Committee Chairman on Security and Intelligence disown a Islamic cleric, popularly called Musa Yusuf Asad Sunnah. He said it in a public gathering in his mosque while he was telling his followers that he visited 2G hideout in July 3 times under the director of the Office of National Security Advisor to negotiate with him how to go into peace and reconciliation dialogue with the parent government. So Turji have said it also in a video clip, which he released and also posted on social media, that there's a delegation from the Office of National Security Advisor under the leadership of Musa Asad Sunnah met him and request that there is need for him to lay his arms. And in the course of that negotiation, he released 32 captives and even gave him about 32 rifles, which he also come along with it. And he visited an enclave of one popularly notorious and ungodly armed bandit kingpin, Dan Sadia in Namoda forest, and where also the Dan Sadia on the DCL House of Service also that he is ready to negotiate with the federal government, irrespective of the governor's stand, that he will not negotiate with the bandit. So that's it. If the federal government said that they are not aware of the peace engagement between Tunisia and that Sheikh Hassan al-Sunnah, then it is so the Islamic cleric is on his own.
So, but you are from Zamfara State. You know what local politics is like. You understand the lifestyle of the people, and you know what is going on the ground. You know who this cleric is. You know his profile. You know his credibility. Based on what the cleric said and the rebuttal from the Office of the National Security Advisor, what do you think is really going on? Do you think the cleric erred? Or do you think that the cleric, does he even have the credibility to support his statement that he should not be lying?
The Islamic cleric said it clearly that he was delegated and given also an authority to speak on the behalf of the federal government from the Office of National Security Advisor and the Office of the Senate Committee Chairman on Security Intelligence, that is Shehu Buba from Bauchi State. And the Islamic cleric is not from Zamfara State. He based in Kaduna. He's from Kaduna State.
And from your knowledge of him, is it a credible person that you could vouch for that would not make unguarded statement without facts?
Well, let me tell you, he's not the only Islamic cleric we have in northern Nigeria. And also, there are some more educated, more learned Islamic cleric put across the 40 local government in Zamfara State. So it is even very unfortunate situation and even slap to the Islamic cleric and Islamic community. How can an Islamic cleric from Kaduna State will trespass or even encroach, go to Kaduna, go to Zamfara and say he want to negotiate with bandit? And also in all the 60 chapters of the Holy Quran, there is no any verses in the Holy Quran or any chapter of the Holy Quran where it has revealed that should go into negotiation with bandits. Islamic religion have prohibited negotiating with a terrorist.
Okay.
And no any hadith collection in the whole hadith, or that is the sunnah and tradition of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where it was prescribed that a Muslim should go into, or any government should go into a negotiation with a terrorist, somebody who killed people.
This is what we'll do.
For ransom.
Yeah, Dr. Shinkafi, we'll take a short break right now. When we come back from that break, we continue with this discussion. We want to know what really is going on in the APC in Zamfara and also in terms of security. Do not change your dial. Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the studio right here at Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. We have like 7 minutes to go. I wanted to pay calls, but let's see if we can sneak in about 2 minutes of that. Now, back to you, Dr. Shinkafi, with the dissatisfaction and the division within the APC. Let's understand right now, how deep is this dissatisfaction from the northern APC cluster?
Yeah, it is not only from the northern APC cluster.
What did you say?
A lot of people are, it is not only from the northern APC extraction.
Okay.
A lot of people have been sidelines on the affairs of the party. A lot of people have been harassed, intimidated, threatened by those who feel are the managers of the party. So money backs.
Okay.
So these are some of the challenges on the internal wranglings within the hierarchy of the party.
All right. So you made a statement now saying that the state coordinator of the president in Zamfara has left the APC. Is that right?
Yes, Senator Kabiru Garo Maraba resigned from the party.
So the question now is, seeing the fact that you are dissatisfied with all that has been done with the APC, how those who have labored for the party are not being rewarded. And even before I get to that, does it then mean that the APC is a party that does not reward its foot soldiers, the people who really work for it? Because this same statement you're making now was made by the former First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, when she said all the people around President Buhari are people she did not know, people that did not necessarily were not present during the fight for leadership. So is it a problem within the APC that you don't reward those who work for you?
In this situation of Tinubu administration, reverse is the case. People who have people we have labored together are the people which hunting us, are the people who want to kill us at all means, at all costs, and they are the people who are very close or who are in the corridor of power, who tell that if not the one day, if this is not somebody who will come and worship them, or somebody will come and bribe them, or somebody will be turned to their as a houseboy or housemaid, is the only person who's qualified to be appointed.
Saying a lot of these people have excess power and they are power drunk. Are you saying that there is a lot of money?
They are power drunk. They are power drunk, and they are intoxicated by these powers.
Wow. So yes. Are you then saying, implying that because you talk about worshiping them, bribing and all that, are you saying that for you to get an appointment within the APC, people pay for those appointments?
There is a grievous allegation and rumor going around that most of the appointments are transactional. So that's the truth of the matter. You are a journalist. You can investigate. You are free to investigate. There is a grievous allegation of most of the appointment of the juicy appointment are transactional.
Transactional appointments. So my final question for you this morning, and it's just about timelines. Looking at how dissatisfied you are and some other members of the APC are, tell me this morning, when are you decamping from the APC? And are you going to the ADC or you're going back to ABGA?
No, I'm still a member of APC, and I have written a letter to Mr. President 2 times complaining that there's an attempt to eliminate me by all means by a minister and his cabinet. So if the matter has not been addressed holistically, I left it to no option than to leave, because politics is a game of interest. So if they are not ready to work with me and they are not ready to allow me to enjoy my peace, what is the reason of staying in the party? So I have not decided. I have not decided on the party I will join, but I'm telling you, if the matter has not been addressed holistically, and most especially on the issue of insecurity in Zamfara State, because my local government Shinkapi is mostly affected than any other local government in Zamfara State, and the governor have been making all effort to make sure that this banditry have been come to an end. But some people who feel that they are power drunk, they have been included in the affairs of this at the Abuja. They are sabotaging the effort of the governor. The governor have deployed a technology, remote sensing. That is a remote sensing for environmental remote sensing using GIS. That is Geographic Information System, using GPR. That is Geographic Positioning remote sensing, and also is using GPR to make sure that they track the movement of this armed bandit if they are going to attack a village or a community. All this intelligence gathering. Are
you currently working with the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal?
I'm working with the governor of the state as indigent of the state to make sure that Zamfara is peaceful. I'm not a member of PDP. I don't hold brief for him. I'm not his spokesperson. But what I'm saying, the government have invested so much on the issue of insecurity, but yet people at the center are sabotaging his effort.
I know, I know, I need to let you go because we're out of time. But if you can answer this in
Whenever
10
he's
seconds.
sharing an intelligence report, the
Yeah.
security agencies will say unless and until they get order from
the above.
Abuja.
So he said that,
Yes.
but just a quick question. You have a, should we say, deputy minister, who is a minister of state for defense, who is your former principal, who is an indigene of Zamfara state at the helm over there. What is he doing? Is he working with you? Is he working with the governor? What is he saying? Are you still in touch with him, by the way?
Let me put the record straight. The Minister of State for Defense is not my principal. He's my political associate.
Okay.
Let me put this record straight. He's not my principal. He's my political associate.
Okay.
I contested. I was contested.
Or your network just
support him.
Okay. So I mean, that out of the way. So are you still in touch with him? What is he saying?
I'm not in touch with him. I'm not in touch with him. He's not my political associate. He's not my political ally. I have nothing to do with him also.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Dr. Sani Shinkafi, a member of the APC, an indigene of Zamfara, who is concerned about insecurity in Zamfara. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
God bless you.
Amen. And you too. And that's how we wrap up the show this morning. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for being a part of this conversation. That is all the way from Zamfara. My name is Olu Akade.